Yo, lunch break lifter. We got lower B today. God damn it. Rest in peace, Rich Piana. Lower B, trap bar deadlifts, 3 sets, double progression, 5 to 6 reps. I'm a huge fan of the trap bar deadlift. I say this, I've talked about this in I think every video I've uploaded so far, but at a certain point, depending on your goals, if you're not going to be a power lifter, if you're just trying to lift and be healthy, build muscle, etc., there is nothing wrong with doing variations of the main lifts that work better for you. I just feel better doing the trap bar deadlift. It the standard deadlift, I've trained it up to like the mid 400s before, and I just always feel it completely only in my lower back. Trap bar deadlift, when I do the lift, I feel all the power coming from just my entire leg apparatus, lower body, and I just prefer it. This is the hardest thing I do in training. It is tempo safety bar squats. So I go down in slow motion. I pause at parallel for a moment and then stand back up. Again, double progression here. And it's just brutal. When I do 3 sets of these, the rep range is 6 to 8. And when I finish a set of these, I am sweating and out of breath. I kid you not, like I've been running like a hard 20 minutes. They're just brutal because just keeping that weight on your back that long is just brutal. This is 203 pounds, including the bar, and 3 sets of these. And as you can see, like the sets are just long and brutal. And again, I've talked about this, but the safety squat is I do them and front squats right now. Those are the 2 squat variations that I do. I love this bar. I love having my hands out in front of me. I love the way this bar feels. I love how it keeps me upright. I love how it works my mid and upper back. And it just is brutal. When you pause in the hole and then go to stand up, that bar just wants to pull you forward. The Titan bar I have doesn't have adjustable angles where the weight sits, so if the handles, like I have them when they sit on my shoulders, they're basically pointing straight forward, and I keep them there through the entirety of the lift. I don't pull down or push up or anything. I keep them neutral. You can see that weight, it sits forward of where the bar actually sits across my upper back with the pad, so it just tries to dump you forward when you stand back up. It's brutal, and it is by far the hardest thing I do in my entire week of my upper lower split, but I just love this. It will make you tough mentally. The other reason I'm a huge fan of these is because not too long ago I had some right hip pain doing squats, and part of that had to do with me being a little sloppy on my reps. I would just crash from standing into the hole and then just bounce out aggressively. So just like full on dive bomb, boom, bounce out. And it works until it doesn't. And I started getting some hip irritation kind of right where the hip joint is. And I was doing some research on what to play around with. And I found that this tempo work really helped it. And over the course of a couple weeks, the pain has basically gone away because the tempo forces you to maintain proper positioning the entire time. Like any off balance situation that occurs, any side to side motion, you just pick up on it immediately and self correct it. And again, I've just found that the hip pain completely went away. And then what that's translated to is in my normal 5x3 normal safety bar squats, my form is a lot better. I maintain tension through the entirety of the descent. I own the bottom position a lot more. and the whole rep is just a lot tighter, cleaner, and in control. I follow up, so trap bar, that was 315 for, again, double progression, sets of 5 or 6, trying for 3 sets of 6, so I think I got 5, 5, 6. Next up is Bulgarian split squats. So again, big fan of these. If you have never done them before, if you do these, at least do them like I'm doing them, where you kind of sit back into your glute. Nothing I've ever done in the gym has gotten my glutes as sore as this movement right here. And again, it's because of the style I have. It's just naturally how my body wants to do it, at least doing it with the safety bar. Like I do it is, you can see my torso is slightly leaned forward, and I'm kind of sitting back, and really like the entire axis of rotation is happening there around the glute. So again, 3 sets of these. Once again, double progression. I think it's 8 to 10, if I'm not mistaken, that I go for. So when I can get 3 sets of 10, I move up weight. And this is 148, I believe. 143, 148, something like that. And again, you can do these with a little quad emphasis if you want. I would recommend, you just kind of do it how your body feels. I mean, you'll kind of settle into the pattern. So I do it with the foot placement where it is, and I find that it's using mostly glute. I think I lose my balance around here ever so slightly. That is one thing about this exercise that people, see right there, I was like, whoop, caught it though. You don't feel very locked in on this exercise, in that like getting it set up, kicking your foot up, getting set with your balance, going up and down as you fatigue. It is a big balancing game, and I've heard people kind of critique that and be like, well, it's not good then because you can't just purely focus on the lift itself if you're focusing so much on balancing. It's a fair point, I think. I, though, look at it like the balance is part of the challenge. Like, you are working your body by working to maintain that balance, and I think balance is like a trainable skill in and of itself, perhaps. So I've stuck with these, and I know it, like, the balance element is kind of tricky and awkward, but I like the training stimulus, and I think it's a good exercise, so I've stuck with it. And these are brutal, like between the tempo work on the safety bar and then followed by these, because you do one leg and then switch. That bar is just sitting on your back for a long time, so it's brutal. And like the other lower day, both lower days, I start to round the end of the workout off with 3 sets of farmer's carries. I really like these on lower days. I just do 3 runs in my driveway there. So I set up a little, they're like old bar clips for holding the plates on that are so old that they don't really work. So I just use those as these little markers, and I set them, and then do down, back, and that's 1 run. So I got 90 pounds in each hand plus the handles. I don't know what the handles weigh, but it's 90 pounds, whatever. And 3 sets, and I really like these on lower day. It's a nice finisher. It's just basically like a full body, I guess you'd call this a lift or an exercise. I don't know. This is, again, one of those things people might ask, what is it working? Like, what are you trying to build with it? It's just fun. And, that is a reason in and of itself to do an exercise, just because it's fun. It's fun to pick up weight and try to move with it. So much of what we do in the gym is just stationary, and you're not really moving that much through space. You're either just on your feet moving up and down, or moving a weight around you some way, or you're lying down on a bench doing something, whatever. And this is just like you're moving through the world, beasting some weight around. And I think I mentioned this in the other video, but what I find it primarily lights up is your posture muscles, and particularly the upper back. And I really start to feel this in my side delts too. And that might be slightly because of the handles I use. It forces you to like ever so slightly engage your side delts to kind of flare the weight away from your legs, maybe more so than like a standard farmer's carry handle would. But hey, that's fine. I mean, side delt is, everybody loves side delt. Gotta get them delts popping. Yeah. And then I, like on the other lower day, end with reverse hypers. I'm going to consider not including the footage, all the footage of these every set. I mean, they're just kind of, you know, they're boring. They're reverse hypers. What is there to it? I do these for 20 rep sets just to get a nice decompression on the low back with the swing forward, and then it's just extra glute work when you squeeze. I talked about this in the other video, and I'll talk about it again here. The way you know you're doing these right, if you only feel your lower back kind of getting stretched and tight again, the main thing is when you kick it back up behind you, you want to consciously be using your glute contraction to swing that way back. So you can let it swing forward pretty aggressively. I like doing that because it gives a really nice stretch on the lower back. The key is when you reverse direction, make sure you are like consciously squeezing your glute. Like your glute should be squeezed as hard as if you're trying to do like a kettlebell swing, or it's like you're trying to drive your hips kind of through the, what would you call it, bench, table, apparatus, what have you. All right, rounding out, last set here. So rounding out another exercise vlog here. Again, this is lower B. If you've stuck through and watched this, I appreciate you. This has been a fun little project. I'm going to keep uploading these, see how consistent I can be. I normally train 4 days a week. Try to do one every day per training day, but we'll see. Appreciate you. All right, peace out, bye.